Power. It's something we naturally gravitate towards. It's something we naturally grasp for. The instinct is close enough to observe in any institution, any boardroom, any leadership transition that has gone badly. Leaders accumulate, founders grip, boards hesitate to name what everyone can see. Roles that once served the mission quietly begin serving the leader instead. The institution bends almost imperceptibly toward the one who just can't let go. This isn't always ambition in its crudest form. No, often it's something more subtle and more tangled. Identity woven into the work so slowly that the two become indistinguishable, or a sense of security drawn from a role until the role feels something like the self, or a sense of significance discovered in a mission until stepping back begins to feel like disappearing. The ancient story of Jacob catches this with uncomfortable precision. He arrives into the world grasping at his twin brother Esau's heel, even then, for what is not yet his. The name itself means one who grasps or he who supplants, and it's not a flattering portrait, but it's an honest one. Most of us, we recognize the impulse. The grasping is not always for power in the grand sense. Sometimes it's simply the refusal to loosen a grip that once made sense but no longer serves. As you reflect on your leadership, where are spaces and places that you could share a little bit more of the load, entrust a little bit more of the power and responsibility to others who have gifts and graces that maybe outshine your own? Is there a sense of fear that if I offer some of this power that I might lose some of my own? Is there a concern that we might be outshone by somebody who knows more, does better than we might be able to muster in and of ourselves? Do we think that leaders must have all the answers, must be the most dominant and the most prominent in any institution, organization, or leadership setting? Or can we start to realize that leadership is greater when we involve more of the team, when we distribute, circulate, share that sense of responsibility, the ownership, and empower people to rise up together to accomplish whatever the task at hand is? See, in my experience, it's as we begin to take these smaller steps of relinquishing, of sharing, of opening our hands so that others can hold things together with us. Not only do we have a sense of relief that the exhausting burden of carrying all of this on one's own shoulders, that can be that load can be redistributed and shared by others who are so eager, they're keen, they've got something to contribute, and they're just saying, "Here, help, let me help you." I think if we can reframe our understanding of what leadership is and what leadership does, it will help us through these small daily acts of relinquishment and entrustment so that when the time comes to make that bigger decision, to step away from an organization, to make way for other leaders to rise, that we'll be prepared because we've practiced the art of relinquishment and we see the gift of letting go.